Welcome to a journey into the fading light of one of nature's most magical displays. Fireflies, those enchanting insects that have illuminated summer evenings for over 100 million years, are disappearing at an alarming rate. Today, we'll explore why these living light shows are vanishing, what their decline means for ecosystems and human advancement, and the innovative efforts underway to save them before it's too late. Join me as we uncover the story behind these ancient light bearers and the urgent crisis they face in our modern world. Recent findings have sent shockwaves through the scientific community. According to a comprehensive study published in Conservation Biology, over 80% of monitored firefly species worldwide are experiencing significant population declines. This isn't a gradual change. The decline has accelerated dramatically in the past decade, with some local populations completely collapsing within just 5 to 7 years. What makes this particularly troubling is that fireflies aren't just beautiful insects, they're bioindicators, living gauges of ecosystem health. Their disappearance signals broader environmental degradation affecting countless other species that might be less visible or charismatic. These insects have survived for over 100 million years, evolving their remarkable bioluminescent abilities during the time of dinosaurs. Now, in just a few decades of human activity, we're witnessing their rapid disappearance. The world of fireflies is remarkably diverse, with more than 2,000 species worldwide. Each species has evolved unique flash patterns and ecological niches. Some of the most spectacular displays occur in Southeast Asia, where certain species synchronize their flashes in breathtaking displays that have become major ecotourism attractions, drawing thousands of visitors annually. But fireflies aren't just natural wonders, they hold deep cultural significance across civilizations. In Japanese poetry, their lights symbolize the souls of the departed, creating a spiritual connection between the living and the dead. Native American folklore portrays them as stars that have fallen to Earth, bridging the celestial and terrestrial worlds. These cultural connections demonstrate how fireflies have illuminated not just our nights but our collective imagination throughout human history. Fireflies contribute far more to ecosystems than their mesmerizing light displays. Many species are actually predatory, with larvae that hunt snails, worms, and other small invertebrates, helping to regulate these populations and maintain ecological balance. Some adult fireflies serve as pollinators, contributing to plant reproduction in the ecosystems where they thrive. Their presence indicates a delicate balance of environmental factors, clean water, minimal chemical contamination, and appropriate vegetation structure. When fireflies disappear from an area, it's rarely an isolated event, it often signals that multiple aspects of the ecosystem are failing. The larvae of many species spend up to 2 years developing in soil or leaf litter before emerging as the glowing adults we recognize, making them particularly vulnerable to environmental changes during this extended development period. Fireflies face a devastating combination of human-driven threats. Light pollution may be the most direct challenge. Their mating depends on specific flash patterns to attract mates, a communication system that evolved over millions of years in dark environments. Today, artificial night lighting disrupts these signals, with a single bright street light capable of eliminating firefly communication across an area up to 50 meters in diameter. Habitat loss presents another critical challenge. Fireflies have specific habitat requirements. Many species depend on undisturbed forest floors, unpolluted wetlands, or pristine stream banks. The drainage of wetlands for development has been particularly devastating, with researchers estimating that over 35% of prime firefly habitat has been lost in North America since 1970. Pesticide use completes this trinity of threats. Many firefly larvae develop in soil, where they can absorb agricultural chemicals. Recent studies have shown that commonly used neonicotinoid pesticides can reduce firefly larval survival rates by up to 70% at concentrations commonly found in agricultural runoff. The combined effect of these threats creates a nearly insurmountable challenge for firefly populations already struggling to adapt. Climate change further compounds these challenges by altering the fundamental timing of firefly emergence and activity. Rising temperatures can accelerate larval development, potentially creating dangerous mismatches between firefly life cycles and their prey or habitat conditions. The increased frequency of extreme weather events, floods, droughts, and unseasonable frosts, can devastate local populations already stressed by other factors. Researchers in Japan have documented shifts in firefly emergence dates by as much as 2 weeks earlier compared to historical records from the 1950s. This disrupts the delicate synchronization that some species require for successful reproduction. For fireflies that depend on precise timing for mating displays, these shifts can be catastrophic. When males emerge before females or when emergence patterns become erratic, reproduction rates plummet. What makes climate change particularly problematic is that it interacts with and intensifies the other threats fireflies face, creating a complex challenge that requires equally sophisticated solutions. The firefly crisis extends far beyond ecological concerns into the realm of medical and scientific advancement. Fireflies produce luciferase, the enzyme responsible for their bioluminescence, which has become an indispensable tool in medical and biological research. This remarkable enzyme detects the presence of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, in cells, allowing researchers to track cellular processes in real time. This technology has been crucial in cancer research, drug development, and studying infectious diseases, including COVID-19. The enzyme has also been instrumental in developing sensitive tests for bacterial contamination in food and water supplies. While synthetic luciferase exists, researchers note that natural variants from different firefly species often possess unique properties that can lead to new applications. As firefly diversity decreases, we potentially lose access to undiscovered variants with novel properties that could advance medical science in ways we cannot yet imagine. Each extinction represents not just the loss of a species but the loss of unique biochemical pathways developed over millions of years of evolution. The biochemical efficiency of firefly bioluminescence represents another area of scientific interest with enormous potential for human innovation. Firefly light production converts nearly 100% of energy into light with virtually no heat loss, a level of efficiency unmatched by human lighting technology. Engineers studying this process have already developed more efficient LED systems based on firefly light-emitting structures. Ongoing research aims to replicate the biochemical pathways that allow fireflies to produce light with such remarkable efficiency, potentially revolutionizing energy-efficient lighting technologies. The physical structure of firefly lanterns, with specialized reflective layers and lens-like cuticles, provides inspiration for optical engineers designing next-generation lighting systems. These innovations could significantly reduce global energy consumption, as lighting accounts for approximately 15% of worldwide electricity use. The loss of firefly species means losing not just the insects themselves but the opportunity to fully understand and replicate their remarkable evolutionary innovations. In response to this crisis, several innovative conservation initiatives have been launched in recent months. The Firefly Atlas Project, which began this summer, uses a smartphone app that allows citizens to document firefly sightings, creating the first real-time global database of firefly populations. Since its launch, over 50,000 users have contributed more than 120,000 observations, providing scientists with unprecedented data on firefly distribution and activity patterns. Some communities have established dark sky preserves where artificial lighting is strictly limited during firefly mating seasons. One such initiative in the Great Smoky Mountains has seen firefly populations stabilize after 3 years of protection, offering a model for other regions. Scientists are also exploring the potential of captive breeding programs for the most endangered species. The Firefly Conservation Research Center recently announced successful captive breeding of 5 threatened species, including the rare blue ghost firefly found only in select Appalachian forests. While these programs show promise, researchers emphasize that meaningful firefly conservation requires addressing multiple threats simultaneously, a complex but necessary approach to preserve these luminous insects. Educational outreach forms another critical component of conservation efforts. Several universities have developed curriculum materials for K-12 schools focusing on firefly biology and conservation. These programs often incorporate hands-on activities where students create firefly-friendly habitats on school grounds, learning practical conservation while connecting with nature. The Fireflies After Dark program, launched in partnership with science museums across 5 countries, has reached over 75,000 students in the past year, fostering a new generation of firefly advocates and citizen scientists. These educational initiatives aim to create emotional connections between young people and fireflies, understanding that people protect what they love and value. By combining scientific knowledge with personal experience, these programs build a foundation for long-term conservation success. Schools participating in these programs have reported increased student engagement with science and greater community involvement in local conservation efforts, demonstrating the power of fireflies to inspire environmental stewardship across generations. Despite the overwhelming challenges, there are encouraging success stories emerging from firefly conservation efforts. In Japan's Tatsuno City, a community-led initiative to reduce light pollution and restore riverside habitats has resulted in the return of Genji fireflies to areas where they had disappeared for decades. Within 5 years of implementing light curfews and habitat restoration, firefly populations increased tenfold. In Pennsylvania, a watershed protection program that focused on reducing agricultural runoff has seen firefly diversity increase by 40% in protected areas over 7 years. These success stories demonstrate that with targeted, science-based interventions, firefly declines can be reversed. What makes these successes particularly valuable is that they benefit not just fireflies but entire ecosystems. Cleaner water, reduced chemical contamination, and dark night skies improve conditions for countless species. These examples provide both practical models for other communities and hope that widespread firefly recovery is possible with sufficient commitment and resources. As we've seen throughout this exploration, the decline of fireflies represents far more than the loss of summer evening magic. It signals profound environmental changes with consequences that extend from ecosystem health to human medical advancement. These insects, which have illuminated nights for over 100 million years, now serve as warning lights indicating ecosystem degradation that threatens countless species. The convergence of light pollution, habitat destruction, pesticide use, and climate change creates a particularly challenging conservation scenario requiring multifaceted solutions. Yet there is reason for hope. The successful recovery of local populations in protected areas proves that firefly declines can be reversed. The rapid growth of citizen science initiatives demonstrates widespread public concern and willingness to contribute to conservation efforts. As we work to preserve these luminous insects, we also protect the countless ecological relationships they maintain, the scientific discoveries they may yet inspire, and the simple joy of watching their gentle lights rise from summer meadows, an experience that connects us to both nature and our childhoods. The story of fireflies is still being written, and with concerted action, we can ensure these living lights continue to illuminate our world for generations to come. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for updates. Your feedback is appreciated. We hope to see you again.